Okay, good morning, fire breathers. So I think maybe that one of the things that YouTube has been getting mad at me for is, I'll just back away, like trying to post multiple videos at once. So I'm just gonna go back to combining the home and the gym info. So, good morning, fire breathers. I don't know if I said that already. I'm a mess this morning. Happy Thursday, 2019-05-02. So, home, please go through your warm up, and then I'm not sure if you've ever had a workout like this before, so I'm going to talk you through it. You have a task priority, so your whole entire workout is for time. Walking lunges are the focus of your workout. You have a total amount of reps. So, doesn't matter how far you walk, just depends on how much space you have. You're going to take a big step forward, back knee to the ground, full extension, stand up all the way, walk, and go, okay? I have to stop saying, okay. For your lunges, remember, a big step means that as you step forward and that back leg is reaching the ground, ideally, your body is centered equally between the two. That front knee is not going over that toe, okay? It's somewhere mid-foot for you. And then as you stand up, make sure that if you have both legs, you're using both legs. So drive off that back toe as you squeeze your glute to stand up. Full extension in between means that you're not duck walking. So you're not doing this. Full hip extension. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze your butt. Always squeeze the butt. Now, you'll notice that it says at the 0, 3, 6, 9, etc., you have 30 double unders to do. So, while your task priority is the lunges, you have to stop your work to do double unders every 3 minutes. You're starting with the double unders as well. So my recommendation is you have a whiteboard or chalk or your journal or something nearby. So you do your double unders and lunge until about the 50-second mark before your 3 minutes. Jot down what number lunge you're at. At the top of that 3-minute mark, do your double unders and then resume your count. That tends to be a little bit more efficient of a way of doing it rather than lunging right up until that 3-minute mark, then jotting it down, then doing your double unders. Plan when you're going to stop, jot, get ready for your double unders. Just efficient use of time, it'll get you to that end mark faster. And then as soon as you finish that last rep of the lunges that you have to do, time. It doesn't matter where it is. So for the double unders, again, if you have a jump rope, you have the space, and you know how to do double unders, you're doing it RX. If you have the space, you have a jump rope, but you don't know how to do double unders yet, you can do 60 single unders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, for your jumps. If you don't have the space or don't have a jump rope, but you're able to jump, you have 2 options for this. The first is to do penguin flaps. So if you want to work on the skill and the timing of doing a double under, you're going to keep your arms by your side. You're going to jump a little bit higher. Double unders require a little bit more space. And you're going to penguin flap your thighs twice for every jump that you're doing in the air, so they look like this. Okay, you do 30 of those. It's a great substitution, get your heart rate up just the way the double unders do, and then they allow you to practice that timing and the rebounding for when you get a jump rope. If you are unable to jump, if you can't do the penguin flaps, you're unable to rebound, you can do 4 burpees. So those are your options. Have fun with it. Make sure you do your warm-up. Remember, you can use the warm-up as a cool down afterwards as well. Works both ways, and just stretch out what you need to. I would focus on your calves. So, home, keep up the good work. Dracarys, attack with fire. And so that I can put it in the notes at the 5-minute mark, Jim, here is your breakdown of your tasks today. Your front squats are your main task today. Remember, for your front squat, it's from the rig. Get your hands just outside your shoulders in a nice, good front rack position. That bar should be resting collarbone on your shoulder blades, okay? Remember, theoretically, you can put your arms straight out in front of you and have that bar rest on you. That's a good front rack position. Front rack, roll your lats down and back into that lat pocket that I love so much. That locks your lats into place, gets that back, upper back, nice and tight, so that as you drive that belly button in towards your spine and brace your core, nice straight back. That's what we want, right? Always want a nice straight back. Once you have that locked in, your squat from there is the same, remember. So you're gonna send your hips back. Keep those elbows high, that chest lifted as you send those hips down below parallel and stand up. Okay? If at any point as you're doing this, it is supposed to get as heavy as you can for your 4. If the weight starts to get heavy and you feel yourself dropping your elbows, I want you to think a string pulling those elbows up to the ceiling. So a lot of times if we start to come down and that weight's pulling us down, if we think elbows up, chest up to the ceiling, that's gonna help drive us back up. Obviously your legs are doing the work, but if you just think squat, this, squat morning, this is gonna happen, we're gonna lose that bar. So I really want you to think elbows to the ceiling, chest high as you're squatting for these front squats. Once you've gotten through the strength portion, your legs will be nice and warm. Go ahead and warm up your shoulders because you've got clean and jerks in addition to bar muscle ups. So this is not for time, it is for quality. So you don't want to take necessarily too long on this, but do your bar muscle ups, do your clean and jerks at that percentage. Bar muscle ups, you'll notice the weight on the bar is going up. Your score for this is your 90% clean and jerk or whatever you end up hitting for that. If it's not your 90%, leave what percentage it is in the notes so that you know for the future. Scaling options for this, if you have bar muscle ups, but that volume is just outside of your range for being able to lift, scale down the number of bar muscle ups. If you're unable to do bar muscle ups, you can do chest to bars. And if you don't have chest to bars, work on your strict pull-up strength or foot elevated ring rows, wherever you're at with that. Once you've gotten through that portion, you have a Metcon that I named for you for funsies. There's no difference between the men's and the women's calorie on this one, and there is a difference on the box jumps. It is higher than usual, so please just make sure that you are body aware as you're doing this. Big violent hip extension to get yourself on top of that box. At the top of the box, you're standing up all the way, okay? As many rounds and reps of that as you can in that time frame. Your finishing strength is some strict work. Ideally, you're getting through 1 round of a strict pull-up, strict chest to bar, and strict toes to bar unbroken. Once you get through those 3 things, you can drop down, shake it off, and go again. That's not for time, that's just for completion. Anything that you want to note, please do so in the notes. So if you don't have a strict chest to bar, you can do 3 strict pull-ups and 1 strict toes to bar to help you build that strength. Remember too, if you need to or if you've never tried them, rather than going an overhand grip like what we would do for kipping or for butterflies. Since these are strict, you can do a palm in grip that might help. You'll recruit more biceps. There's a little bit more stress on the elbow in that hang position. So you just want to be mindful of that. Don't come completely loose and undone. We have a tendency to hyperextend our elbows when we're in that under grip hang, but you can absolutely palms in, chin up, and then chest to bar. So a lot of times people get their first chest to bars with that underhand grip just because it's a little bit easier on your flexibility and you're able to extend more. Doing it that way, that's fine. You do have a cool down on the bike for distance. So it's not, again, a 10-minute sprint, but you do kind of want to just recover, get that blood flowing, bring that heart rate back down, work out that soreness. So I think the skill for today is you pick. So whatever you need to work on today, spend time doing that. Keep up the great work, guys. Remember, Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube, all that information and the clips and the videos and the memes and all that is free to you. The website, Jakaris.fit, is also free for you to check out. There's a couple free warm-ups. I should do that. There's a couple free workouts on there if you want to check those out, some blog posts. If there's anything else that you would like to see, any topics you want me to address, let me know. And then if you click on sign up on any of the, like the gym or the home or the combo, you'll get all the price and payment options so that you can have access to the app and the dashboard on the website that'll have all your daily workouts and all the information for you to keep track of your fitness. So thanks for listening or watching, and